That's all done. Now we need to go for an MOT and see if it passes the MOT, and if it does, we're great. We fixed it. Hello everybody, welcome back to the garage. This is going to be the last video I'm going to put on putting the TZR back together. Have I tempted fate? I hope I haven't. The reason it's going to be last is because we're going to put the fairings back on now, and we're going to try and fettle those to fit. There's a couple of annoying things with the indicators that I need to sort out, get some brackets on, stuff like that. And then I'm going to be taking it for its MOT, which means I can actually start riding it. So here's the list. Everything is done apart from that one last little there, fairing and headlights. And to help me with some of those brackets that I talked about in the last video, here are the brackets, these things here, and that's in the manual that shows you how those go. So let's start. If I start with the indicators, then we can put the rear fairing on and it's going to start to look like progress. See the speed of that one. What I've determined is that the flasher unit is a problem. So if you want to buy one of these from Yamaha, £85. Seems to be rather expensive, doesn't it? Or you can get one of these off eBay for 11 quid. Well, I'd say that fixes the problem, doesn't it? These bits. Side fairings there, and here's the other one. Let's get the seat back on first. What I did when I took this off was I created a template out of cardboard to tell me where all of the screws and Allen keys go. So we're going to make use of that, and let's get on and fit them. that's all done. Looking better. So according to this diagram, I can see the routing of the clutch cable and the electrical cable through this part which fits on here. So let's get that fitted. One side done. Okay, there's a lot more going on in this one. So throttle cable and some wires, and looking at the orientation of this, goes that way around. Yes, that way around. I can see the bottom. So yeah, throttle cable through the top, loads of wires through the bottom. Right, got it. Let's put it on. That wasn't easy, but it's done. So now we're going to try and fit the front fairings. This is going to be a problem because I know this front instrument cage is bent. The indicators don't line up. But the bike's straight now. Let's get this off first and see, and just test fit, test fit, test fit. I don't know what the correct order is to do this in. I'm just going to have to work it out. Okay, let's put the headlight on this. Right, we've got another template now, and this is for the main fairings. I think I'll start by putting these fairings on and then seeing how that lines up with the front fairing. Oh. But look, I've even got the correct tools with it. So let's get the fairing on this side first. That's not the right one. And put the other side on. Okay, get the V piece in. We can start putting this together. Right, okay. Now, one thing that we can have a look at is it straight. Do you remember that? That was not there before. 22.5 degrees, and it should be 25. And as you can see, the front wheel is rubbing on the fairing. Now the angle is 65 degrees. 65 minus 90 is 25, which is the correct angle for a TZR. Right, so that's all good. It's straight again. Let's see how this fits. That's reasonable. That fits. I need to work on the position of that indicator stalk there. I'm not expecting this to be a perfect fit because these are Chinese fairings that have been in an accident. This side just about okay as well. So I'm relatively happy with the fit there. I'm going to connect all the electrics because it's going to be a lot easier to do it with this off than trying to connect it all connected. So I'll just whip this off, just hold it away from the bike, and then put all the electrics on. The speedo cable. Goes through that there, and then it finds itself in here. Get the rest of the electrics plugged in. Let's get the headlight back on. Let's connect the fairings together and then we can tighten up the central bracket. Let's do that. Okay, now that's all together, let's tighten the cage up. And let's have a look at these indicators now. So this side doesn't look too bad, so we'll put the indicator on this side and then we can compare it with the other side and see what needs to move. I'm happy with that. I think that's fine. So we'll use that, that's our benchmark, and then we'll see how the other side looks. Okay, so that's clearly too high. So we need to persuade this to go down a little bit. And I'll find something to persuade it with. Don't film this. Turn that off. Okay, you didn't see anything. We'll just test fit now. Well, I reckon that's close enough. I'll take that. I'll take that every day of the week. We need to get this has been repaired. We need to sort that out properly, but that'll do. Let's get these screwed on, then we can get the screen on. Next, or should I say last, mirrors. My original mirrors didn't quite make it, so I got some replacements. They're not too bad, but they're better than broken. Done. Well, not quite done. Right, let's get this on. Okay, that's all done. Now we need to go for an MOT and see if it passes the MOT, and if it does, we're great. We fixed it.
And there we have it. The TZR has passed the MOT. 1 year since I crashed it. We are now back on the road. The bike's back together thanks to Spike Island Motorcycles. And that's it. It's done. The TZR is back on the road. And there were so many times when I didn't think this day would come. So thank you for sticking with me on this journey. I hope you like this. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time on the road. Cheers. Take care.